We're here with Brad Cox at the Breeders' Cup. Gentlemen actually needs no introduction, enormous success lately in the Breeders' Cup and everywhere else. Brad, I wanted to ask you about a couple different things. Saudi Crown, mile or classic? You opted classic. What kind of led you to that decision?
Well, it's obviously a race. I think if all went well, there could be a championship on the line for him. It gives him an opportunity to face, what we think, the best horses in the country, because we think he is one of the best horses in the country, and we think it's the right decision for him at this current time.
Okay, and with a horse like that that's got so much, just gifted with so much natural speed, is there anything as a trainer that you do to kind of, I don't know if slow him down is the right thing, but kind of help him get that mile and a quarter?
I know what you're saying. Yeah, channel the speed and try to use it throughout the race as opposed to the first part to have something to finish with. Ultimately you just try to keep them mentally settled. You school. A couple weeks ago we put him on the inside of a horse for his work. Last week we put him on the outside. So just change things up with him, give him a couple different ways of breezing, and let him. Obviously he's been on the lead in most of his races, are very close, and we think he's a horse that's still learning, and hopefully he can get a good trip. And we try to do different things with him to teach him to relax.
Do you think he needs a lead, or you think he can?
No, he doesn't have to have it. I don't believe that. He showed the ability, and when he broke his maiden, to set off the horses. Right. He rates kindly. He's not an aggressive horse. Anyone that's seen him gallop this week knows that he doesn't really pull in his gallops, which is an indicator sometimes of a horse that might not be super aggressive in the afternoon. And he's not. He got to set a beautiful trip in the PA Derby and responded well when asked to run.
And last question, how's that great Caravel doing?
Oh, she's doing great. She had a good gallop here probably about an hour ago here on the main track. She's moving fantastic. Love what we've seen from her. Someone asked me if they think she's as good this year as last year. I was looking at some sheet numbers on her, and yeah, I think she is every bit as good this year as she is last year. Obviously, a lot more expectation this year leading up to the race as opposed to last year. She was 40-some to 1 last year. This year we're not going to be that type of price. But her numbers, they've not regressed this year at all. And she started the year, first half of the year, in great shape. And the last few starts have been on a ground that has, there's a good bit of give in that ground. So, we got her back. We're going to get her back on a firm turf course and think that's going to propel her forward.
Good. Last question, and this is not particular to your horses, but it's more of a racing question. But I think your expertise will really come into play. The European horses have done very well on the grass over here, but when they sprint over there, a lot of times it's one turn. Do you think in the sprint races here, where the Europeans have to run around a turn for the first time, it might be a little bit of a disadvantage or a learning curve for them, or is it not all that important?
Yeah, I'm not certain. I think it just depends on the individual, and I don't know if I know enough. I know I don't know enough about that to give you a real answer. So,
well, if you don't know, then I'm not ashamed. I don't feel bad that I don't know.
Yeah. Don't really have enough. Info or know enough about the Euro sprinting on the turf to know if this is an advantage or a disadvantage. But hopefully it's an advantage for Caravel. That's what I'm
Absolutely. All right. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Best of luck this weekend.
I appreciate that.
All right.
Everyone begins in horse racing with exactly the same thing. A dream. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. That dream is what unites us.
She's running the race of her life, and she's up to take the lead.
But what truly sets us apart is choosing to make that dream a thrilling reality.
And Spiced Perfection wins the Grade 1 La Brea.
At Dare to Dream Stable, we've been on a relentless mission to breathe life into those dreams for our partners for over 20 years.
Here's the Wire Mooncat!
Our track record speaks for itself. We've excelled at turning dreams into reality at the most reasonable price points in the industry.
In the winner's circle is Dare to Dream Stable, LLC.
So the question is, do you dare to dream? Join us in racehorse ownership today.